Greetings, welcome to day 92 of Project Dig. Thank you for joining. Project Dig is a 2D multiplayer automation survival sandbox game that I am developing here on Twitch and uploading all the VODs to YouTube. And I think my camera looks a little weird. Look at that. I don't know, maybe it's okay. I think it's actually probably just because I'm streaming kind of later in the day, and so there's more light in the room. Yeah, that's probably it. All right, so yes, we're working on a custom C++ game engine. And we've been focusing on particles recently. We did a particle system, and now we've been working on a particle editor, and we might be able to finish that today or get very close. I don't know. I don't think I have too much time. But let's see what we can make happen. Is it not rectangular today? Everything is rectangular. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Has it taken some other shape or form? Today it has taken all the shapes and forms. All right, so yes, particle editor. Let's look at what we have here. Huh? Hello? Huh. I don't know why it's having to recompile things. What did I change? I don't know. Oh, I know what I did. Never mind. Okay, anyways. Well, we'll let that compile. You've been harassing Wacko today? Aw. Poor Wacko. That's okay. He needs to be harassed. Yeah, I've been busy. Last night was interesting. So I woke up at 2:30 a.m. and I was up until 5:30. And so I actually cheated some, and I did work on Project Dig. So I'm gonna recap that really quick, kind of go over what I did. The main thing the reason why I was working on it is because I was poking at things, trying to figure out how to do something, and I was like, this is not going to be super interesting, that process, and it's going to be like a small amount of code once I do finish it. And so yeah, I just was working on that. So what did I do? Yesterday we were trying to figure out how to pass a string from Lua to C++, that is actually supposed to be a path, a file system path. So if we look at file.cpp, jump to the bottom here, we have this function exists. We can actually just go to the header, I suppose. So we have this exists, and it's supposed to take a path. And over in here, we have this function that says if file.exist, this text, and so text is the string, then let's load up the channel and set the channel texture to be equal to resource.load texture, and the text is just the image file. And I forget what that is. I think if it's like immediate or not. Gotcha, Joker. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, you're welcome to chat with me about that as well. So yeah, that's what I was working on yesterday. Or this morning more of. Well, I don't know what's happening here. And so I was trying to figure out how to properly do this path thing. So I went onto the Sol. So we're using Sol, SOL, to be able to have this like bridge from C++ to Lua. And I asked on the Soul Discord, how should I go about doing this? And fortunately, someone was awesome enough to, the developer actually, he said, you'll have to write the customization point to go from string to file system path yourself. And I'm like, okay. And I looked it up, and it actually has some great documentation. I was very pleasantly surprised. Customization point. So I just searched for that. Whoops. Soul customization point. I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. Let's figure it out. And I came to this page, and it's beautiful. He did a good job with the documentation. I am very surprised, considering it's a like free open source project. So it ends up it took a while to get it working exactly right, but what we have now, Lua external. So I just made this new file here, Lua user types external, which is, I don't know if external is what I really should call it, but anyways. And it's not really exposed. Maybe I'll say like Lua customization or something. Maybe that's what I should call it. So what you need is this function here, this templated function that takes a path, and all it just does, so this Soul Lua checks to see if this type can be converted, or whatever is on the Lua stack can be converted to a path. And so, we're trying to pass this string to C++, and so it gets pushed onto the Lua stack, and then we get that, and we're like, hey, we're trying to convert this thing on the Lua stack to path. This function gets called. So we just check to see if it's just string. If it is, then we say success, and we say that we use it, and then there's a get function and a push function. The get is for actually getting it and converting it from the Soul or Lua string to a path, and that's here, and it's really simple. This interface is like really nice, actually, coming from Boost Python and even PyBind 11. This is so much better. So all it is this: we get the index. We actually convert it from or we say get it as a string, treat it as a string, and then we pass it to our path. And we also say we're using it. Super easy. And then if we're pushing it, so we're taking a path and we're like passing it into Lua, it just is converted. We take the path and we say get the generic string. It's really nice and easy. I'm very happy with that. So yeah, did that last night or this morning at about 3 a.m. And then I also looked into a bug. I got Andrew's advice on it and fixed this little issue with the input I noticed yesterday, where if you like have one edit label focused and then you switch to another one, so you like click to enter into another one, what was happening is that we would start the text input for the new edit label, and then we would remove focus from the previous edit label that we had focused on, and that would cause it to stop the text input, which was causing issues. And so what I did for that was what Andrew suggested, which is, I think it's in here. No, it was in here, right? Which is just to make it, here it is, so that we remove focus on mouse down, and we add focus on mouse up, and that works. So that way we ensure the ordering is correct, that we remove focus before we add focus. So here's our particle editor looking now, and so we can do lots of cool things with this. We can say, hey, let's make this be a data key.png, and now with our keys, or we can make them be data door. That's a door, and we can do whatever, if we want to make it so it spins faster, we can make them spin faster. We can make it so that Hey, let's make it so that it doesn't spin at all, or maybe it's always pointing upward, so it doesn't, it's always has this fixed angle. So yeah, it's cool. You know, if we want it to always move in an upwards direction, we can do that. We can make it so it doesn't slow down. Oops, I need to put 0 in there. Whee! Whatever, you know, we can do whatever we want here. Very cool. Wow, wow. Yeah. So yeah, there's just a little bit left with this. I think, you know, our particles system overall is pretty good. The submitter thing is good. So what do we have left? I was thinking we can quickly add in the texture rect support, so we can specify the texture rect, and then the orientation and color. Orientation I'm not completely sure about the best way to do that, so maybe we'll first do color. Yeah. And this thing is getting quite long. But we can just keep working on it. Hey, Jeremy, what's up, man? Yo, yo, yo. All right, so the next thing to do here, so let's see here. For the RGB, we probably need something a little different, huh? It's going to be kind of like this. Here's what I'm thinking we can do. Maybe we'll actually add it after. And what we'll do is, let's look at, what is that called again? Particle.h. We have our color start, mid, and end. So color start, color mid, color end, and then we're not going to have this. Yeah. What we'll do is it's going to be RGBA. I mean, really, I could. Color properties. I guess it's really components, right? RGB A. So this is going to be color properties. That's the label. Then we have this. This will be the component. Color component. Iterating over the color components. And what we want to do, get rid of those. This will be the color component. Min. So we have the, what is this gonna be? Property. I think I might just do for now, just say property. Wait. That's the edit label. Oh, okay, whoops. No. We'll just do property color component. So it's like color start R, color start G, color end A. And then this will be the label. And it's a property, that's all good. We probably want to make it so that this is smaller. We can mess with that. Group. Oh, whoops. This is important. This needs to be color component. And this will just be the edit element. I don't know. Component element. All right, I think that's pretty much it. Nice, cool. This thing is so large. All right, let's make this be smaller, huh? So we can say for the colors. What we can do is set the, what is that called? Element. It's called the class, set class. So I want to say set class, and we're going to set the class to be color. And then, which will make no difference at the moment, but then, if we move that over, we'll be able to see this happen right before your eyes. I don't know what this is. Some of these are like, okay, just like taking up too much space up on the top. All right, so what I want to do is say for the size, texture path, I'm gonna call color, edit label, 48. Whoops, it's not gonna be happy about that. Might have to, oh. Attempt to call method, set class, a nil value. Really, I don't expose that right now. Element.h. Does not look like I expose set class at the moment. All right, so that needs to change. Lua func, set class, get class, use controller class. I don't know what that, I don't know if we're gonna end up using that. All right, set state, get state. We'll expose that too. Okay, I need to rerun Lua expose. Oh, whoops. I forgot. I also messed with this a tiny bit. PDB. Okay. All right. Now we can compile. Hey, Steve Lloyd, how's it going? Kind of warm in here right now. Only 79. Might rain tomorrow. I'm doing good. Yeah, had a kind of weird morning, but it's okay. Doing all right at the moment. I'm like finally pretty much caught up with the videos for Project Dig on YouTube, which is awesome. I don't know, like, yeah. I wonder if this is really gonna be worth it. We will see. Um, I don't spend a ton of time working on the videos, but still like, maybe 5 to 10 minutes per video that I like. It's probably more like 10 minutes that I spend like getting the video up on YouTube and posting it and everything. We'll see. But yeah, I think I'll have them all up to date tomorrow or tonight, which is good. Which is good. Try to hit 100, being completely caught up. So yeah, I think we're getting really close to being done with the particles. Maybe we can finish it off today. And then start the camera work tomorrow. That would be awesome. Like, we're really, really close to being done with this. So I might just like do whatever I can to finish it on stream today and then maybe finish it off stream, or I don't know. I like to be able to just start tomorrow working on the camera. We'll see. Oh, looks like our UI is dead. Expected number received string. Wait, what? Oh, I see. I guess I need to. So it's expecting a hash string. So what I'm thinking we can do is have it take a string here, I guess. To think about that. This can work for now. So it's just going to be like this, where we say, okay, this is a const string. You know what? I should be using string like that. I don't do that enough. I should always do that. And so then this is just a haster. That's it. Unfortunately, we have to rerun that so it's properly exposed. Let's go. I'm thirsty. Okay, just trying to compile that. If anyone has any questions, you are welcome to ask. Just having to compile a bunch right now. Hopefully this is the last of it. All right, there we go. Got it back, but I don't see it changing the class. Color. Oh, you know what? That's right. It's supposed to be edit label, color. That's interesting. It's updating when I mouse over it. I would have never guessed that. I guess it's because whenever... Okay, yeah, it's because it's not dirtied. Interesting, that's funny. So one of the class changes, we need to say that it's dirty. And that should fix it. So that's actually really interesting. I want to... Let's fix that really quick. All I think we need to do is... well, what we should do is this. We should say if class is not equal to element class. Dirty. And then for this, we can actually call set class. So this is really just a wrapper, kind of convenience function. Okay, looks good. Water. All right, so now whenever I update this, so if I just remove that and save, it should, nope. Huh. Oh, what am I thinking? Yeah, of course that's not gonna, it's that, So that's right, it's reloading. So let's go look at the UI manager. We have this watch. And so it says, oh, we've loaded the style sheet. And it's core. So our view reload. is now, which just tells it to reload the UI, right? So it saves the model and then it reloads it. Save to model, load from model. So something along here is not causing it to completely reload. I wonder if it's the size is getting saved. It doesn't look like it. Must be in here. I am not completely sure what's happening here. That's interesting. Okay, well, I can look into it later. It's not a big deal right now. Yeah, so let me just restart this. Oh, interesting. It's even when it's like that. I see. So maybe there's just something weird about the classes and how they're being used. Okay. Let's make it so that this is larger. Where is our window size? Should be up here. Render system init. It's probably in here, which probably means that I should make this be an argument that we pass in or something. Use render thread. It's true. Let's say vector or pixel vector size. So then this can just be size dot x, size dot y. Seems good. I think that's the only place. No, I take that back. Size dot x, size dot y. Yeah, we might have issues elsewhere where I have it being set to 800, 600. Because, yeah, you can see I do that in a number of places here. So that might be a problem. But anyways, for right now, let's make this be a bit bigger. Pixel vector 1024 by 768. We'll put this back. We'll leave that as it was. We might have to go through and change some things though, because of that 800, 600 hard-coded. What is this? It seems like most of it's going into submit layer, which is the viewport, and the viewport's being used for, oh yeah, that would definitely cause some problems. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. Do we? Oh, here's dialog, window size. Window size, yeah. Here's how I would get the window size. Yep. What would probably be better is if we just had something that would correct it after it has been set. So maybe in the UI update, or I don't know. Maybe. Here's UI manager, draw. I'm not entirely sure how we want to do this. Set the viewport. It might be that we want to actually just use the camera. At least for some of it. Well, how about we just say forget about it right now. I will look into that later. Let's try to stay focused. We can maybe deal with that with like the camera or something. It's not that important at the moment. I was just wanting to make it be a little larger so that way we can actually see the particles. Like this window has gotten too large. Oh. We broke it. Wonder how that happened. It was working earlier. Cool. This is too big. Maybe what we'll do, okay, we'll do this. We will move the particle emitter over. Where am I setting the position? I think right now, yeah, here it is. So let's just move it over 200. Do you set your origin to the top left? My origin, there we go. The origin for what? You mean like 0, 0 is the top left, yes. So yeah, we can play around with this, so like if, you know. Or if we want it to fade in and then out. Yeah. One thing I don't like about this is how, yeah, this is one thing that sucks about this solution, which I think in the future will end up changing. Which is like being able to change the graph or something. Like right now, it has the color start, the mid, and the end. It's very simple, you know, we just tween from the start to the middle, and then once we get to midpoint of the life, we change to tweening from mid to end. But it means that like whatever this mid is, it's just like we only are at that, you know, like in this case, full opacity for just the moment. And there's no way to say like, hey, let's fade in for, you know, half a second, be full opacity for 5 seconds, and then fade out for half a second. There's, yeah, no way to do that with this current system. Whereas with my previous solution, which is what I had for Korea, it, you know, lets you do that very easily. You're 0, 0. I was working with a framework that set the origin to the center of this window. Yeah, my 0, 0 is top left. That's right. Yeah, 0, 0 center would be kind of weird. I guess that's more of like what 3D stuff typically does. I don't even know about that. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we'll probably change that in the future. Like, what'd be really cool is to be able to support custom graphs or whatever, so we could say like, hey, follow this graph or something. But that's like down the road. Whenever we actually need that functionality, we can think about it then. So this doesn't seem to work anymore, huh? Why is this suddenly broken? It was working earlier. It's so weird. So one thing I did have going on, maybe this is what messed it up, is that for a while in like file.cpp, I had it so that it was including Lua expose or Lua user types external. Which is where this Sol Lua check is being exposed, and I was thinking maybe it needs that. But then I tried without it and it worked, or at least it looked like it did. Yeah, it still doesn't work. I don't know why. That is weird. Do I need it inside? Maybe, okay, maybe this is why. Maybe I actually need it inside of Lua user types. Maybe that's what it is. That makes much more sense, actually. Yeah, that's probably it. Yay, that is it. Okay, cool. So what we can do for that, it's because I had re-expo or like did Lua expose. So what we can do here is just say, hey, one of our using files that we need is Lua user types expose.h, and so whenever it generates this, it will always put that in there. But I actually want to change that file name, so let's do that first. Let's change this to be, rename Lua customizations. Let's go to file.cpp and delete that line, and then go rename Lua customization, or this as well to be Lua customizations. Okay, cool. And change this customizations. I don't need that line. Excellent. And lastly, Lua customizations. All right, we got that. We got it. Now what? Let's go. So we got our color components, that's great. Let's add in our no, actually what I might do just to make this a little better. Okay, this would be pretty cool. I think we can do this. Let me try that. Hey, Sirik. Do you use a pattern for the main architecture like MVC, excluding the model component system? Yeah, I mean, the main thing I use is the entity component system, the ECS. Besides that, like for the UI, I kind of follow MVC, the model view control, but not like exactly. Yeah, not exactly. All right, so what I wanted to do, where's that test UI? Here we go. Let's do this. I am going to say, take this, what if I did it like this? I think this would work. And then this can be KV, right? Which is really property, and then components. I think this will work. And so we'll take all of these lines, and they're all going to be like this. Whoops. Min, max, using Ogre 3D. Oh man, Ogre 3D was not good. It's like, it's cool what they're trying to do, but it was just like badly designed. I tried to use that thing for years, and it was tough. I don't know if it's gonna like this or not. RG, oh, I guess it will. RG, B, A. Oh, whoops. I think that's supposed to be like this. I hope so. And then the last thing would be color, or the other one would be texture. Let's see, this is texture path. Oh, yes. Handle change texture. That one needs to be unique. There's texture rect, which is going to be X, Y, width, and height. Maybe I need to put it down here, and then so the idea is that we will have something like this. Up here, and then we don't even need this. All right, so we can say for I in component in I pairs components, do this thing, and this is component. So it's property component. And then, oh, set class color. Ooh. That, I don't know how I would want to do that. Maybe I'll just leave it alone for now. Yeah. So then we'll get rid of this. Handle change range property. That looks good. Set the text. If it has delta, then support the delta. The bounds. Oh. Did I bounds? Oh, I got rid of bounds, huh? So that'd be like a new thing. I guess I'd have to add in as well if I really wanted to support this. Like, I guess what I could do is like the bounds could be the first thing. I don't know. We'll mess with this. Maybe like we could have bounds and class in there. It's getting a little complicated. Oops. Awesome. Whoops. Looks like we lost some stuff here, huh? What happened? Channel properties. Oh, you know what? I think I want to do pairs. Attempt to index group. Oh, whoops. I accidentally got rid of our group. So let's fix that. Which I think is just going to always be that. 41, nil value, 41. Component element. No value. Wait, what? What aspect of this is a nil value? All right, let's do print. I'm guessing it's somewhere in here. Property, component. TextureRect.x. Really? Lower user types, utility. Wait, what's the TextureRect? Particle.h. TextureRect is a pixel rect. Do we have pixel rect exposed? Yes. X, Y, width, and height. TextureRect. So it's saying TextureRect.x is a nil value. Oh, you know what? I don't think I exposed it. Aha! Lua var. There we go. That would be it. Awesome. Yeah, we'll eventually need the orientation as well, but I'm not really sure how we want to do that. So besides this TextureRect, which I think we'll get now, what we really need is the emitter selection and channel selection, which I think we can... The channel selection will be quite easy to do. Emitter selection, not so much. I'm not really sure how I want to do the emitter selection. Which is unfortunate because that's like the whole... It's kind of necessary for this particle editor to even be worthwhile. It's like we can change the particles and look at them, but we can't save or load them or do anything. So it's just for like playing around with at the moment. Beyond that though, you can't really do anything. Like it's not useful. We need to be able to save it and be able to like, you know, add new particle emitters or remove them, whatever. Create a little like database thing. Whoa, hello. What happened here? That is not right. It looks like it sorted them, so that's a problem. It's not in the order that I gave it. So, okay. Maybe what I need to do, probably because, yeah. Maybe I need to do it like this. Because previously it was sorted. So we can just change this and say like channel properties. Channel property attributes. I guess that's probably what we want. And then this I component is equal to channel property attributes. Oh, whoops. I meant to call that components. And that's going to take the property. So now they can be sorted nicely. But we still have the issue that it's jacked. What happened? Property component. Property component. Oh, I see. One of the problems is that I somehow managed to get rid of our label. Nice. So that's this group. That would be why this is all messed up, because it's trying to align it to the right top. Okay. So this will be what? The string format property label, and it will just be the property. Top left. All right, there we go. Nice, got that fixed. Cool, so let's try something here. Let's go to our FX. So we have this here. Actually, let's use this one. And let's just call it /fx.png, and then we'll go to this and say data /.png, and now, oh, whoops, /fx. Oh, whoops, 128. 128. It's so tiny. Why is it so tiny? That's weird. Scale. Let's make it be larger. What is going on there? I don't understand what it's actually doing. Let's make it so it's always. Okay, wait. Let's not rotate. What's happening here? Maybe this texture rect is not working as I thought it would. 128. It looks like it's updating properly, but it's definitely not rendering this correctly. Well, that's interesting. It's repeating it a bunch. Oh, maybe it didn't commit one of those. Ah, there we go. That's what was happening. Where's the scale? Okay, let's switch that back to 1. Whee! So we can always like, oh, whoops, I guess that didn't change it much. 512. 28. Wonder why that's not 512. Well, maybe it's not 128. Looks like it should be. Well, anyways, it looks like this is working for the most part. It's like maybe a little weird. It's interesting that you actually see it just repeats it, which is cool. Yeah. Wee. Hey, Jcamus, what's up? Spin, keys, spin. It's pretty cool. Seems to work nicely. Whoops. Door. All right, so let's do channel selection now. So that's going to be interesting. Let's put it at the top for right now. We can do something like this. Let's say texture group. We'll just call this channel group, I guess. Channel label. This will just be channel. Whatevs. Channel. Yeah, channel. I think that all looks good. Add relative. Oh, this will now be at the top. Top left. And so instead of this, we'll say change channel. So we need to add in change channel. Put that down here. Function, handle change channel, view, model, element, text. And then what are we gonna do? I think the first thing we want to do is try to convert it into a number. Make sure that the value is valid. It's not equal to nil. Then what we want to do is bound it. So we'll say if the value is greater than 0. I think we're doing, it starts at 1, right? So maybe actually we'll do it like this. We'll say if it's less than 1, then we'll set the value equal to 1. Else, I'm forgetting the else if. What is it? Else if? What else if? It's else if. Okay. Yeah. every single language has a different else if. If the value is greater than 10, then maybe we'll just do for 9. That's probably fine right now. Then the value is going to be capped to 9. So that just puts it within that bound. And then what? We want to actually change the model. So that's going to be this model.channelIndex is equal to the value. And the big thing that we really need to do with this is go through and update every single one of these. So this set text, we need to like get the component element and set the text for it, right? And so we need to do that. We kind of need to pretty much do a mini version of this. So maybe that's what we'll do. So first off, what we should do is now get the channel for this. So we'll say, hey, let's get that using our new channel index. And then we want to iterate through all of the channel properties. We don't need to like add it. So that's simpler components. So we get all the components. That's great. Group. Oh, yes. I haven't really tried messing with that yet. So if we look at element group, I guess it's get, right? Get element. Yeah, and we can pass in. So I guess I need to do that, get element. That's how we would get access to it, yes. So. Header. Channel group. Our header. So I think this needs to be something like q.header get element. Oh, whoops. I don't think that works. I think, and this is one thing, maybe I want to come up with a good solution for. That's what I did for Korea. I don't think I have anything like this right now. Being able to get access to the element by using like dot instead of having to do dot get element. Oh, it's gonna be like that too. So that's the header. So actually what we could do up here is to say this is the header. Local header. Because we're definitely going to need that. And then this is, so local group, we already have that. We just need to say get element for the header, pass in the property because that's the name, and that will give us the group for it. And then we need to iterate through every single component and say group.getElement, and it's going to be this. That gets the component element, which is exactly what we want and need. And then we set the text equal to the channel property component. And that's it for that. And then we check to see, does the channel have that property delta? If it does, then we need to get the element for that delta which is just that. That's delta element, and we need to set the text for it, just like that. That's it. Okay, cool. So that will go through and update everything, I think. We have our channel here, so it defaults to 1, but then we can like change it to 2, and it complains. It says expected string received nil on line 142. Right here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that makes sense. Bad arguments, number 1, 2, iPairs. Table expected got nil. That's on 143. Oh, whoops. Right. This is not local. Can I just do that? Does that work? Looks like it. Okay, attempt to index local channel on 151. Channel, wait, it's right, it should be right here. Attempt to index local channel. Oh, it's because this is not set, right. Yes. So if we go to particle.h, where is it at? We'll see that this is a vector. And I think what we do right now is that whenever we create this, we push on to this the channel information, and that's it. So like we need I guess what we really need is to so this is like not super friendly right now. I'm just kind of throwing it together. But here's what I'm thinking. We will go to particle add emitter. I'm thinking I just want to right now maybe say, so we have like add emitter, get emitter. What if we just do lua func void, you know, add channel. And does it make sense to do it like this? Get emitter. We could do that in here, this struct emitter. I guess it could technically go in the UI, right? How do you push back on a vector? Let me look at that. Where's that at? That's not it. Was it this? I thought there was a way to or that it like listed out all of methods. No, that's not it. Containers. Oh wait, I think this is it. Yes, here we go. Insert target value. Add. Ah, yes. So maybe we can just do that. There's like no pushback, right? So I think what we can just do is an add, and that will kind of be like pushback. See add value. Well, we can try it. Oh, it does mean that we have to support a constructor for this, which I guess we have right now, right? You know, it's just gonna be easier right now if I do it this other way. Let's just throw this in add channel to our emitter. We'll just say emitter. That's it. Void add channel. And we just want to do something like this. Emitter channels pushback. It's cool. Maybe what we could do is provide the new value for it. I guess. I mean, we don't have to add channel. This would just be like an N32T. All right, so that will properly create a new channel for us. We'll go ahead and re-expose that, recompile, And then over in here, we're gonna need to change this a little bit. So what we need to do is say if the value is greater than the number of channels that we have, so we're going to need to get our emitter, local emitter, and then say if the emitter channels, if the value is greater or equal to that, then what I'm thinking we can just do is say emitter. Wait, what is it? Particle add channel to this emitter. Yeah. Feels weird to do that. I almost feel like emitter probably should just have that function. Might move that. Maybe. One thing I do like about putting in the namespace is that then it's kind of more of a special case at the moment. I don't know. Anyways, so I think that this will work. So we actually add it. Oh, I do need to fix that. Emitter.channels. Yes. So we have a channel. It's been quiet here. I guess I am streaming kind of at an unusual time. All right, so this is channel 1 right now. So let's make us, and so what we can do is say data key.png. So now we have this as a key. Let's now add in 2. Did that work? I guess let's go back to 1 and change this to be like 5. And then we'll go to 2. Hey, look at that. Back to 1. It looks like it's working. It's like not super convenient, but looks like it's working. I don't know if it's actually rendering all of the channel or doing all the channels right now. So let's put that to like, maybe we'll say 500, and this can be 200. So it's very short-lived. And what if I say that this is pudding.png? Why? It doesn't seem like it's actually doing anything with that. Why is that? Let's look at particle.cpp, where it is updating them. Not draw. Let's look at this for right now. So we have channels. Emitter.channels. Oh, wait. What's happening here? That's cool. That's cool, Steve Void. No worries. So we just create this from the emitter prefab. And the emitter prefab is just the name, right? Add this component. The component is the ID. Set up an emitter. Or emitter.channels. Oh, you know what? I don't think that is actually working. So technically, that's a fixed size. Right. Okay, so we set up this emitter. Do I need to reset this up every single time? I'm thinking that might be what I need to do. So basically take this. We have the emitter component here still. And the thing is that the content of whatever this is, the emitter, that might change. So I think we need to put this right here. So that way it will go through and update the channels properly. Let's try it. Let's say 2. And then go back to 1. And I think it's working now. Data key.png. So now we have 2. Yay. How many channels do we have? I think I might be adding a new one every single time or something. That doesn't look quite right. Let's put a breakpoint right here. Emitter data.channels is 2. Okay, no, that's right. Nice. Okay, cool. Nice. Excellent. We can say, hey, let's make the keys not live quite as long. Oh no, yeah. I don't know which one's what actually. Oh right, it's direction at the moment. I forgot about that. There we go. It's weird. It's like sometimes. It's like not super clear exactly what this is. Yeah. It does seem to be a little weird with some of this. One thing I need to do is the texture path is wonky. I'm not sure the best way to go about doing that. I guess I really just need to save the texture or the path. I think that's what I need to do, is save the path on the channel. Yeah, that does make sense, because if we don't, then how do I go from the texture resource handle to the actual path? I don't think there is any way. Lua var. It's kind of the same with the shader information too, which is too bad. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Path, texture, path. So then I think we can just do that. Recompile. And then whenever we set the texture, we can say, so we do this here, channel.texture. We can also say channel.texturePath is equal to the text. And then up over here, we have, what is it? Header, texture group, texture path. Header, get element, texture group, get element, texture path, set text to channel texture path. I believe that's it. Oh. It does not like this. Okay. Well, for now, we can just make this be a string. It's not a big deal. Okay, man. Having to recompile that sucks. I need to invest a little bit into that. Yeah, the problem. So why is it that I have to recompile every single time? Well, part of the problem is it regenerates these files even if nothing changed within them. So it has to recompile all of them. And then another problem right now is that particle is included in component.h. That's the biggest problem, because this is included. So like it would help significantly if I just moved this to its own thing. Maybe even just put that inside of component. Okay, so right now it's not set, so we'll say key.png, and then we'll go to, I guess I should populate the channel, huh? And now let's change it to door.png. That's 2. So then if we go back to 1, dang, it's not changing it. Should change to, wait, that one did change, huh? Data key.png. Okay, now it's working. Well, where are the slimes coming from? Is that at 0? I don't know. Yeah, part of the problem with this is that it's hard to like visualize like what channel, like that was one nice thing inside of that Pixel FX program, is that you can see what channels are active, and you can also enable and disable them. That would be really nice. Maybe we just need to add in something along those lines. But it's cool to see that it's actually working. Yeah. We can see at the end, it emits 4 different types of particles. So two puddings, 1 door, and 1 key. So there's something wrong with that. But yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, we just need to change how the channel is being used. Probably something like being able to have a button to toggle it on and off. Just saying, hey, this is in use or it's not. That would be nice. Maybe even just like, maybe what would be best is that, and then pre-populate them all with the default. So instead of having like an add channel, it's just always there, and then it's just like, oh yeah, you can turn it on or you can turn it off. Yeah, something like that. And then also maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's all you would need. I'm not sure. And then we need to be able to save and load this stuff. Yeah. Cool, but it's pretty close to being done. Maybe we'll finish that up tomorrow. I'm gonna think about all of this, but I need to actually get going for now. So thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I hope that you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll be back tomorrow. Take care. See you later.